Don't know where that came
Ultimate
from.
Cavaliers coming. We had a new episode yesterday for Christmas Day. I'm sure we'll have another new episode premiering for New Year's Day. Go check it out. Mike and Jason give you all the Cavs breakdowns that you guys don't get here on the show and some extra that you do get here on the show. Mike, you got something to say?
We talked a lot about Evan Mobley on the Christmas Day episode yesterday, which leads us right into our topic today. We talked about kind of the evolution of Evan Mobley, what's happened, and why the emergence took till year 4 as opposed to the first 3 years. So you want to check that out, you can go ahead to our YouTube page and find that. But the question around Evan Mobley today is, we've seen the leap, right? We've seen the fact that he has taken some of those steps forward that we had hoped would happen in year 2. Mm-hmm. We begged to happen in year 3. And now we are finally glad to see happen in year 4. If you look at the odds for Most Improved Player of the Year, just like the championship odds, the odds for Mobley do not necessarily reflect where I thought they would be at this point of this season. And if you want to pull up the Most Improved Player odds, you can see Mobley is 30-1 to win the NBA's Most Improved Player. It is the 8th best odds. Tyler Herro is currently the betting favorite at plus 340. Jalen Williams and Jalen Johnson from the Thunder and Hawks, respectively, at plus 370 each. Norm Powell's at 950. There's a few other guys in between that list, but those were the 5 I thought had the most name brand recognition to put on. But we've seen the leap from Evan Mobley. Mm-hmm. Tyvus, do you feel like he's being underappreciated in terms of the betting market right now, considering how well he's played this season?
Well, he shouldn't be the favorite because, to be honest with you, that Jalen Johnson from the Hawks, he been balling this season. And last year, I didn't even know who he was. So, therefore, I know he's been balling this season. With Evan, I think it's one of those things that I think that he took a leap, but it was like something that I don't know if it was like big enough. Like, if that makes sense. Like, if his leap, like, you see that? Like, it's good, but, like, it ain't that crazy of a big leap to me, you know? And I guess the points is, wow, he's averaging 18 a game. Look at that. But outside of that, everything else is pretty on par to about what it was. So I think that's, to me, why he has it. Now, what he means to the Cavaliers is huge. The leap that he's taken has made him arguably one of the best Cavaliers players. I think that's where you can get the respect. I think guys have looked at Evan Mobley for the past couple of years and said, it's in there. We see it sometimes, but it's not all the time, to where this year it's like he is becoming that guy. But I don't think it's big enough for him to win that award. Now, I wouldn't have him as 8th best. That's kind of disrespectful. He definitely top 5 in my personal opinion. I don't know if that's because we're Cavs fans that we putting him there, but he should be higher than 8th best for sure.
The reason why he's down so low at the 8th position is because when you look at the Most Improved Player, you're looking at a guy that they want big numbers and big jumps and being like, oh, you was averaging 10 minutes, now you're averaging 25, 26,
Tyler
30 minutes.
Herro balling like that?
Tyler Herro is going to win that award, and it's going to be easy. Tyler Herro balling like this is the reason why Jimmy Butler is expendable. They try to make him the 6th man.
It ain't that crazy, though.
I mean, but he was coming off the bench, though. It
ain't that crazy.
They was trying to make Tyler Herro going to be like, they was going to say Tyler Herro was like Bob Sir or something. They was going to be like, listen, all you do is party and hang out. You hit threes occasionally, but you don't be concentrating. And then Tyler Herro was like, actually, I'm pretty good. I could start about 1 or 2. Let me focus up real quick. Now he dropping 24, 6, and 5. Like, we knew he could shoot, but we didn't know if he was going to be able to play a full. Here's how they tell you. We didn't know if Tyler Herro played winning basketball. When they throw that on you, boy, that means you about to be up out of the league. So they was like, let me go ahead and focus in. So Tyler Herro and all them Jalens, all them Johnson and Williams. Williams, to me, is now the second option in Oklahoma City.
Who was the second option before that?
He was. I don't think he belongs on this list.
But I agree. But it was a mix-up, though. They had a couple dudes where you'd be like, I don't mind you taking that shot in that position. Like, but he's now solidified. His it's SGA and then it's me, and I could do that. Now look, Evan Mobley was already known as a very good defender. Mm-hmm. He came in 3rd, I think, for Defensive Player of the Year, not last year, but the year before, right?
He's been an all-defensive player before, yeah.
He's been all-defensive player. So they already know Evan Mobley is good. So it's kind of like, oh, was it really that big of a jump? I mean, he's averaging about the same amount of rebounds. He's only gone up about 3 more points. He's actually down on assists. The thing that has improved that we talked about is his evolution is something that you don't really have to necessarily see in the stat sheet. His evolution is about where he's taking them shots, how he's playing, and the style of basketball that he's playing. So it's kind of difficult, just like not seeing the Cavs on everyday TV and not seeing the Cavs on Christmas Day. A lot of these guys don't really like tune in tough with Mobley, but it's there, and I think next year is where you'll actually start to see the Mobley where he goes from 19 to like 23 and maybe 10 or 11, and you'll start to see people be like, oh, low-key Evan Mobley's one of the best players in the league, and it'll hit them then. But now it's a little under the radar, McNuggets.
Yeah, it's weird because Mobley, and we've talked about this before, the eye test tells you he's made this giant jump. The numbers don't indicate a massive jump other than the scoring. Most of the other numbers are slightly down, if not essentially at par from where they were last year. But when you watch it, the eye test tells you he's made this gigantic leap. You can see the numbers on your screen. Fewer rebounds, fewer assists, the blocks and steals numbers right in line. He's a better three-point shooter. The points are up. The people who vote on this award, I'm not sure how many Cavs games they're locked into and watching. They don't get a ton of nationally televised games. Just like I'd be lying to tell you, I've watched a ton of Heat games this year. And I've seen the Hawks play a few times, but I'm not watching the ins and outs of Jalen Johnson to know what he's doing better this year than last year. I'm going to get to the guy I think may actually be the winner in a sec. But the leap Mobley's made in terms of his aggressiveness, his confidence in shooting, his ability to drive with both hands, the fact that he's taking the ball from out on the perimeter and creating offense not just for himself but for others off the dribble as opposed to always starting stationary last year. There are tangible things. I got a couple advanced stats that I think help make the case for Mobley, but his 18.5 points per game, he's scoring his unassisted rate of field goal makes, so him creating himself, up 5% last year. He had a 0.%, like less than 1% increase in each of his first 3 years. So massive jump compared to his first 3 years. He's averaging a career high in points per 100 possessions. His three-point volume and efficiency is up. His true shooting percentage is way up. And anytime that happens for a big, people are always like, well, he dunks the ball. It doesn't count. Guess what? His dunk rate's exactly the same as it was last year. So, yeah, these are all the increase and improved shooting from beyond the perimeter. I don't watch enough of the other guys to know he's made a bigger leap than this guy or that guy. Jalen Johnson's a great example. But one guy I want to point out for this is Norm Powell.
My cousin.
Of the Los Angeles Clippers.
That's my cousin.
They let Paul George walk, right? Don't want to pay you. Kawhi Leonard hasn't played much this season. He has been asked to be their second best player. And as you can see on your screen, you talk about the numbers not showing what the eye test does. The eye test and the numbers for Norm Powell back it up. You know the Clippers are 17-13 this season, the 16th in the Western Conference.
That's wild.
This dude is a gigantic reason why he's averaging 24 points per game, top 5 in the NBA in three-point percentage. Who knows? I don't watch enough Clippers to know if he should be the most improved player versus Mobley. All I can tell you is the leaps and bounds Mobley has made from last season to this season are completely noticeable when you watch the game. The box score may not indicate the exact same amount of progress, and the people who vote on this award, I'm not sure how many times they're actually watching Evan Mobley play versus watching the box score. So I don't know how to gauge it, but I can certainly tell you, just like we said in the last topic, if you like Evan Mobley, 30-1 is some incredible odds to sprinkle a few bucks on because he's in the running for sure.
Let me see that Jalen Johnson thing again. I just want to see his
numbers are up, but he got a big extension last offseason because he played well last year. He's just taking another leap in terms of playmaking and rebounding.
I mean, he got, but and I will say this, like,
sheesh. Averaging a double-double.
I put it to you like this, man. It's kind of tough, right? Like when you got dudes that are like guards and you're a big, and it's not necessarily like you're going to initiate offense on your own.
It's opportunities. It's so different.
It's the opportunity to have the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
And by the way, this award typically goes to guards for that exact reason.
Yeah.
You want to hear the last 10 winners of the most improved player? Last season, Tyrese Maxey, guard.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the last 10. This goes all the way back to 2015. Maxey, Marketing, John Morant, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Siakam, Oladipo, Giannis, C.J. McCollum, and Jimmy Butler.
Giannis was
So
already
it's very
good,
few
so.
traditional bigs who create by themselves. It's a lot of guys with the ball in their hands more frequently.
The Giannis one don't even read because he been good since he been in the league.
So the most improved player is the MVP of the bad teams. So they like, oh, we can't put you first team, second team, or third team. We can't make you an MVP. But your team didn't make the playoffs. But you went from like 19 points to 26. You're pretty good. We're gonna give you that reward.
Well, Maxey won it last year. They were the 3rd seed in the East last year.
Right. So, but no one's gonna vote for Maxey as All NBA. So they're like, we gotta give him something big. We're not gonna put you in there.
John Moran gave it to Desmond Bain.
Yeah, it's an inconsistent award. Like, there's not a specific criteria. It's what do you consider improvement? Do you, like, for example, we'll use Norman Powell and Mobley. Mobley is significantly more aggressive. He's changed his shot profile. He's creating in ways he wasn't last season. Mm-hmm. Do you value that versus do you value a guy in Norm Powell who's playing the same style he's always played, just with a lot more attempts?
See, it's like this.
And is there a right or wrong answer? Because I don't think there is. It's what you value more.
And it's all about the flair and how you play. Like, look, Goku has the Kamehameha. Everybody knows that. Vegeta has the Big Bang Attack. Everybody knows that. But do you know why they're the most popular and the other ones aren't? If you ask yourself, you're like, Gohan, what's your move? Oh, it's my dad's move. So,
Whoa.
If you ask Hit is a great character, but he doesn't do key blast or nothing. He just does time skip.
I know Special Beam Cannon.
Special Beam Cannon is
Piccolo. What's wrong with you?
Listen, Special Beam Cannon is decent.
What's Trunks?
Oh, listen, that's that.
What is it called? I can't.
That's that Masenko.
Like
that move worked out one time.
Hey,
and it was cutting Frieza.
I'm just saying.
Watch us get flagged on YouTube for gang signs. They don't know I was doing Dragon Ball Z.
That's the move.
No, I know, but it's YouTube algorithm going to pick up Dragon Ball Z.
Tien got a nice little move like that.
Tien
got a move like that. He's a regular though. But here's what I'm saying.
Your point's valid.
You got to have a special move, right? Like if you ain't got a finishing move, no one cares. If Mobley catches the rock, you're like, what is he gonna do? Jump hook you to death?
No, Steve, pull the what was the game? Pull the Saturday Mobley Philadelphia highlights. 2 games in a row.
Punching on
left
left hand
with the left hand. That may be Mobley's.
That may be his
now.
signature. If he starts dunking on people left hand multiple times, see, now he's in the Look, let me see.
Here it is. Cross. 2 dribbles.
Seeing this in
left.
the crowd went crazy.
Sure they did.
Steve, replay it again. Run it back.
Drop a bomb
Run it
on
back.
that. Oh, baby. We got to find a name for Evan Mobley, bro.
All the nicknames we got last week, I was not a fan.
Terrible.
Steve, start the video. Yeah, here it is.
Hey, look, cross.
He got to get
Dribble
that
right,
Kevin Durant.
cross.
I got you.
And that's on Andre Drummond too, by the way. That's not a.
He got to work on it because look how he stumbled at the end. You got to slide. Let your body go. Slide.
So
He had the Bambi legs.
So after Monday, he dunked on Walker Kessler with the left hand. It wasn't as pretty as a setup. There was no crossover, but he drove left hand. So I asked Jalen Tyson and Darius after the locker room, like, what does Ev say after a dunk? Because there's some dudes when you dunk.
Right. What does he say?
So they both gave me the exact same answer. Look, this is Jalen Tyson, Darius Garland. This them doing an Evan Mobley impression. They go, he don't say nothing. He's so cold, he just grunts as he's walking down the court. And like 20 minutes later, he'll be like, y'all see that dunk? He says, he don't talk no smack. He's the least flashy player of all time. And I don't have it.
Can you imagine him ordering food? Evan, what do you want?
I'll be sorry.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, girl.
If Evan dunked on somebody like that and he said, I'll be like, man, listen, no, you gonna celebrate this.
They say he don't
You gonna celebrate this.
The Garland, I was just talking to Jalen off to the side. I wasn't recording it, but the Darius question was on camera. I gotta find Spencer Davies does a great job of putting together some montages from the locker room afterwards. I'm going to see if I can find if Spencer included that clip in. If not, I'll have him send it to us.
That's my man, Spencer Davies. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Spencer. We got some things in the work with Spencer, by the way.
What? Shout out! I used to work with him.
Spencer's a good dude.
Evan catch one of them nasty body-to-body dunks, and he don't celebrate.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
If somebody walk up to you and be on the side of your face and be like, That's disrespectful.
I'll see the Cavs aren't. The Cavs aren't home for a while. If Mobley dunks on another person with his left hand at a home game, I'll try to get Jalen. I'll
have to
20
fight.
minutes later.
ask Jalen if I can get that reaction on camera.
We might have to fight.